Okay, we are back to the conference, and the next panel will be devoted to the digital banking in the CEE region for SME customers. I will start from my short introduction on what has changed actually during the last year, during this year, in the functionality, in the scope of functionality of online and mobile banking solutions for SMEs. And after that, we will have two presentations and then panel discussion. And I invite you to ask your questions here in the room, to type your questions in the chat, so we will be able to answer them during the panel. So if I can have my presentation on, yes, I can start with it. So this is actually the studies that we do every year, and on the main four topics, which is online banking for SMEs, mobile banking, digital SME lending, and digital factoring. So which solutions and which functionalities are available for SMEs and business customers in different digital channels. And if we see on the main changes that happened this year, is that, first of all, we really noticed this increase in the digital maturity, as we call it, among the banks in the region. I will show you in a later slide what exactly, how this changes exactly looks in numbers, but the main thing is that really a bigger number of banks started to offer online customer onboarding, online opening of accounts, both in local currency and foreign currencies, and also digital signing of different agreements mainly in the online banking channels. So this is first. Second is that mobile banking is still a second channel for the business customers, both developed less by the banks and, of course, used then less by the business customers. So at the moment, 50% of the functionality of the online banking that is available now is available in the mobile banking applications. But as I mentioned today already, that yes, we hear from the leading banks here in the region that yes, mobile banking is becoming a priority, and this shifts and moves focus for the next years to the development of mobile banking for business customers. Regarding the financial products for SMEs, if you look on the SME lending, so this year we didn't see much changes. So it was like 3% change compared to the previous year, meaning that this is the change, and in numbers, these are two companies that started to provide at least partial SME lending process. And lending process we count from the stage of the loan application made by the customer until the already loan administration after the disbursement. So not much changes, so it seems like really lending was not much in focus this year. A little bit better picture we see in the factoring area. So digital factoring is developing, digital factoring is becoming the very right product for SMEs. And the number of both banks and fintechs that started to develop digital solutions for SMEs here in the CEE region increased 6% in general, and 16% of factoring companies in the region offer fully digital factoring process for SMEs. Mainly this is micro factoring. So if you go to some details, online banking, so the methodology of the study hasn't changed during last years that we do. So this year, 8 countries covered. We analyzed the functionality autumn this year. So 37 online banking solutions were analyzed within 90 parameters. So yes, the study is available both in the PDF with detailed business cases and print screens of the best examples in the region, and one Excel table where all these 90 parameters you can see within each bank analyzed. So our members have this full access to these statistics, let's say, and you are welcome to become ones. So this is how the table looks like. The contributors also aware of this. So what are the main trends? So this is a trends map that we show every year. And what are the changes here? So the column on the left is, we call it must-have. So it means that almost all the banks implemented this functionality for the business customers in their online banking channel. What changed this year? So previously we had access to accounts, history on the accounts, transfers in local currency, foreign currency. So this was available last year. The changes this year is that FX module really is implemented in the main part of the banks now. So last year it was an advantage, so it was like half of the banks in the region had this module. Now it is 78%. So this actually was a focus this year, that you have currency exchange module that you can exchange different currencies in your online application. You can choose the exchange rate on which you would like to choose to sell or to buy the currency, etc. So this was a big change this year. And also opening of business account in foreign currency is implemented also by 70% of the banks this year. So it is kind of a second process for the opening of a second account, or first opening current account in local currency goes with the customer onboarding, with the first customer onboarding, and then if it already implemented, let's say, realized, then opening of the next account in foreign currency is available in the online, which is also a change from the last year. Last year it was 50%. The next column, and in the sense this is in the area of the main scenarios. If you look at the KYC and authorization methods and area, no changes this year for the online banking. So SMS authorization, all the banks has as one of the methods of authorizing, and usually the other one is either mobile authorization or biometrics or token, etc. So this we have actually without main changes. Now the online opening of the business account in local currency actually moved to the advantage. Last year we had around 30% banks implemented. This year 54% of the banks, so half of the banks in the region implemented this functionality this year. Also, we had some changes in the, as I mentioned, signing of the loan agreements. So 25% increase this year. And account aggregation due to PSD2, 35% of the banks implemented this year. And for the business customers, of course, and also 18% decrease for the full credit cycle available in the online banking applications. So these are the main changes for the online banking parameters or scope of functions. And if we go to the mobile banking, less applications analyzed, so 25. Also 90 parameters, and here the main change is that also FX module implemented by the main part of the banks in the region, and here the biometric also was a great change. That in mobile application, yes, business customers can authorize their transfers by using biometrics. So this actually was the main changes this year.